Welcome back. Another episode of Man to Man.
Yes,
It's
sir.
been
Yes,
it's been a week.
sir.
Feeling
Sir.
Finally back, man.
How we
a little
feeling, boys?
hiatus. Ain't
Feeling
been
good.
not for
Great.
too long.
You know,
A
summertime.
little
We in the gym.
hiatus. Well, we're just trying to get some things right, make sure
For sure.
everything cool at home. But we about to get right back to it. Start giving y'all all this content, man. Hope y'all ready, man. This summer
Yes,
about to be
sir.
lit.
I have a question for y'all though. Summertime. How those? What song do y'all hear and it instantly just give you a
Mm-hmm.
vibe? Like we in that summertime vibe. I'm like,
Mm,
anytime I hear Drake Controller, I'm in that. But you can't
mm.
just tell me sorry. How about y'all?
I ain't been bumping Drake recently. I'm gonna be honest, but I'll probably go with hmm, We Paid. I feel like that 2020
Okay.
summer was crazy. Like We Paid was everywhere. That's one of them. It's
Mm.
already nostalgic to me. That's a classic.
No, for sure. So you
Uh,
ain't you ain't been bumping Drake because that beef or what's up?
That's another discussion for another day, bro. But you know what I'm saying?
no,
It's a lot going on with Drake right now.
he know that's the
Feel
reason.
me?
I
He
was
know.
saying like
Bro, I'm gonna keep it a bean, bro. I listen to Drake every day. Beef or
Okay.
not.
Okay. But
Hey, I can't. I won't say nothing about it.
me personally, summer song, I'm gonna go with Good Life, Kanye and T-Pain. That's that's
I
that's
put your
that's some real
hands up to
Mm,
the
that's
sky.
right there. No cap. No cap.
I ain't gonna
that's a
lie.
classic.
During the summer, some Meek bumping through the speakers is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I
See,
feel
we
like
not listening to Drake no more. We can't be
Oh,
listening to
I
you
was
Meek.
listen to
about to
me.
say I'm probably not listening to. I'm not
Are we
listening to
canceling rappers
too many
now,
Meek
bro?
these
Like
days.
that's what. So we start canceling
No,
rappers.
I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm just saying what I've been on. You feel me?
On a different vibe. I mean,
It
shit,
hasn't been Drake and Meek.
this summer though, I've been bumping that new Gunna album, and I know y'all been too. You feel me? We all
Okay.
been.
I'm about to
That's
say that's your bump.
feel me. That's a great meme. But
For
we can switch
sure.
on to what we missed on. We missed on a lot of stuff, bro. We in the NBA Finals, our first
Mm.
finals of the podcast, bro. But
Yeah.
to that, we gotta talk about what came before that, the conference finals. We're gonna start with the Celtics and the Pacers. I'm not gonna lie, I can't even say I'm disappointed, bro, because it's like the Celtics were the way better team, but a sweep is crazy, bro. I'm not gonna
This week
lie.
is
Like
so insane.
with the Pacers basically having game one in the bag and then in and out like that is insane. So like, what's your thoughts on that? Like that whole series that's crazy.
Um. I'm gonna start though. Honestly, bro, I ain't gonna lie. That series really should have went 6 because if we're gonna keep it being even without Halliburton, bro, significant leads in both game 3 and 4, and they still couldn't get it done. Like it almost seemed like they would have a lead going into the fourth, and then the Celtics would just play Celtics basketball, and that was it. That'd be a wrap. Like they would have no answer for it. They would build like a little cushion for the lead, and then as soon as it starts crumbling, as soon as the game is tied, you could tell they was shook, bro. You could literally tell like it's just started collapsing from there and on, bro. And it's like when you don't have Halliburton to kind of like get some type of load off and get some type of offense in the game, it's kind of hard. But Andrew Nemhard was hooping. Nemhard was actually like
Never
Andrew
heard
Nemhard was a
of
stud in that series. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like I thought he was gonna at least get one out there. And Siakam was hooping as well. But like I said, when you don't have that Halliburton to like really put everything set in stone for y'all to even keep a lead, it's kind of hard to do. But shout out to the Celtics, they got it done. It almost seems like they always play down to their competition, so they kind of like make games way more harder on themselves than it needs to be. But they got it done. I feel like I said, though, I feel like the Pacers could have got to at least 6, but it is what it is, man. They shouldn't have got swept.
Okay, how you feeling?
Uh,
What
Wait,
you
can you
around
hear me?
one of y'all.
go ahead,
Bro, I
Kev. Go ahead,
feel
Kev.
bro, I feel like this was just one of them things where I always say how the Celtics play down to their competition. They were giving the Pacers games and games, but you saw like the lack of maturity in the playoffs from this team. You got second year Nemhard, what's his year 4 for Naismith, but like his real first playoff playing. Siakam back in the playoffs, he the only one with playoff experience, but he showed it throughout the series. And when Halliburton went down, the offense was still there, but they couldn't get a stop to save their life. and I feel like we're just gonna keep talking about. I hope they don't go into this offseason thinking like we could just run it back because the way they got here wasn't really conventional. They could have got a game or two though, but I knew like the Celtics was going to win. But I feel like this is going to be great, like great reps for their young core, like Nemhard. You got TJ McConnell acting like he's Steve Nash. He's snapping on everything. But, Miles Turner, all that. Hopefully they add one more piece.
Yeah, they definitely need somebody besides Miles. I don't know. I'm starting not to feel Miles as much. I'm gonna be honest.
Why
This
not? Like
series showed me a lot.
Yeah,
They've been
I
there for
don't know
a minute.
defensively, and he don't crash. He don't crash. He don't crash enough, and he don't got enough defensive presence for him to usually be the biggest player on the floor. But he's not the reason they lost the series. I would say I kind of look at it a little differently from you guys. I kind of see it as okay through adversity, through hard times, through couldn't get a stop on defense. The Boston Celtics were able to get it done. Other playoff runs, we see them, give away some of these games, or would you guys would say give away these games? I think they did what they needed to do, ended these close games, and this is kind of what it takes. This showed me that they can close out games. I mean, we had questions about them coming into this season in this postseason. How well will they be? How well will the Drew Holiday fit be? And without even Porzingis, they only lost 2 playoff games this year. There's not too many teams who went on finals runs who did that. No matter who they ended up going up against. So I just want to give them their props for that. Shout out Jalen Brown for the Finals MVP or the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. I think it was well deserved. I would have voted for him, but Jason Tatum also played well. So I just want to shout out the Celtics. Shout out the Pacers too. We're saying like the Celtics, played down to their competition. I think the Pacers just played a pretty good series. They're averaging over 110 points per game. I think they continue to do what they did in the regular season, having the highest offensive points per game, the highest offensive rating, and they just continue to do what they did. We know all year their problem was on the defensive end. It showed, but they still showed to me that they were ready to still score. They just went up against a pretty good team in the Celtics.
No, that's facts. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, shit, you can make the argument they weren't even supposed to be in the conference finals with the way the second round went against the New York Knicks. It feels like a lot of the Knicks injuries is the reason why the Pacers even got there. But I mean, at the end of the day, bro, like I feel like looking at it now, whoever the Celtics were gonna face at any point, at least up to this point, the NBA Finals, they was gonna smash them all, bro. Like they won 64 games in the regular season for a reason. Like I know a lot of people like to talk about they easy road or whatnot, but they shown their dominance in the regular season. So I mean, they deserve it. That's what happens when you take the game serious early on and you get the number one seed. So that's the benefit that they rep from it.
No, for sure. Like even game one started 14-0, and I'm just looking at this like, what we doing? But like I'm like, well, they pushed through. They showed. I gotta give it to Pacers because even though Milwaukee got injured, you still beat Milwaukee.
Right.
Even though the Knicks got injured, you still found a way to beat the Knicks. So it was like they were close games. You right, Jay, but like I don't know. I was expecting a little more, maybe a game or
To
two.
Yeah, to piggyback off the Knicks. So obviously there were a lot of injuries that happened at the end of that series. Do we think this Tom Thibodeau way of coaching the Knicks is their best way of winning? Like, should they continue this way with this exact team? Should they look for more depth? Like, what could make them better? What could get them over that hump? In you guys' opinion?
It's kind of crazy because like I was thinking about this the other day. Like, where does like Julius Randle fit in this team now? Because like we've seen them without Julius Randle for
I don't
so
like
long.
them.
But
I don't like
bro,
them.
I'm right with you, bro. I'm right with you. Like, but then at the same time, what do you think they trade for in that case? Like, do you think they trade for like another like shot creating type of guard? Do you think they go all out and try to get somebody that can kind of fit their like timeline a little bit? Because their team is, I'm not gonna say young, but like their team is kind of like middle aged to the point where like it's not too young, but they're not too old neither. Like they can contend for like a couple more years. So, and I feel as though they already kind of built their identity a little bit. Like, I forgot Randall was even on the team at one point. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really see Randall fitting in anywhere because if you look at that Knicks team, like for most of that whole starting lineup, most of them were on the bench except for like Brunson and like OG who just came there. DiVincenzo came off the bench. Miles McBride came off the bench. Hartenstein came off the bench. Josh Hart even came off the bench. So it's like they now have their niche and they now have that certified lineup of what they want to do. It's just all right. What do you do with Randall? And if you want to trade him, who do you get for him at that point? But as far as like to your original question, Rel, about the coaching, I feel as though they got injured not because like injuries happened or whatever. I feel as though like they were just like fatigued and like their bodies were just like giving out by the end of everything because they were playing like 40 minutes. Josh Hart, there was some games where Josh Hart barely even got out. There was some games where Jalen Brunson was fighting through hand injuries and things like that. Like I don't really like how they have to play 40 minutes every night. Like, all right, it's cool for some nights, but like we talking every single game of the playoff. Like it'll even be games where they're winning by like 20 and Brunson will still be in. It's like, bro, like not to bring up like old stuff, but that's how D Rose got hurt. You know what I mean? Like D Rose was in where he shouldn't have even been in. You know what I'm saying? And I just look back on that, like you can't really have that, especially for the team that you have right now. So that's my take on it.
No, I agree with you, Troy. Tom Thibodeau, he's been playing playoff basketball in the regular season for a while, but then like opposite, and you gotta see it as like they will play 40 minutes in the regular season. Some of those injuries are freak injuries, and then another thing is you see like how they beat Philly with all the offensive rebounds, all the hustle plays. You get that hustle throughout the regular season. You see other teams in the playoffs tired, but you're not because we're already conditioned to play like 40 minutes a game. But then I can see the other part where it's like, bro, playing 40 minutes a game against the Hornets in a February game is going to be low-key a reason why you cook yourself. Like you said, I feel like they found a core with that playoff rotation. They got to move Randall for some pieces. I don't know what those pieces are, but if you can get another wing in there, possibly another backup combo guard to complement Brunson, I mean, like to help Brunson off the bench, then they're good. You don't need a lot. This team doesn't really need a lot. They just need like another shot creator and another ball handler.
I mean, do they really though? Because like, all right, it's cool. Like next season when Randall gonna come back in at the 4. What from this playoffs really showed me that they need like another high level scorer? I feel like they could have went the distance if they were healthy. You gotta think, bro. They already had a deep team: Jalen Brunson, DiVincenzo, OG, Mitch, and Hartenstein, which they might lose in free agency. They gotta address that, but I feel like they already got the pieces in place. When you trade Randall and turn them into 2 to 3 players, where do those minutes go? I don't know. That's just me. I think Randall, until you get like a top 5 player or top 10 player that's maybe asking for trade, I think you should hold your assets because you already passed out on a couple stars that requested trades. It's like you got to go big or go home. I don't think the Knicks should settle for like role players or anything like that. Like y'all already got them. Y'all just got to be healthy. That was y'all biggest hamper. I don't think anything from their roster was at least flawed. Like maybe you can get some more pieces like deeper down the bench. So when your main guys get hurt, maybe you can have those guys filling because you already seen that it don't matter how deep you are, injuries can cut your whole roster. But besides that, I feel like I don't know. Just one of those things where I think they should stay pat. I think they're fine. I don't think they should really overreact to this playoff run. The team they overdid the expectation. I'm not gonna lie, considering the circumstances. They fought to the end, bro. So I think they should run it back. And this coming from a Sixers fan that like we lost to them, so I gotta give them credit. They're a good team. They fought. Josh Hart did his thing. Brunson, they did their thing, bro.
I would say they beat y'all because of hustle plays. So, you know what I mean? So you right. I can see that.
No, for sure. But we gonna move out west, bro. Dallas Mavericks. They took
Wild West. Bro, your
Mavericks.
prediction was wrong, bro. Bro, your beloved Nuggets.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I think the Nuggets they couldn't find nothing in that game 7 second half, and I think that's just what cost them. Would I bet it would go 7 again? I probably would. I would probably favor the Nuggets still. Um, I just believe that the Nuggets had an off, 7th game 7, and it affected them. Do I believe that the Timberwolves were overrated? I do.
I elaborate more on that, bro. I ain't
I was
gonna
say, why
lie.
you say that?
I'm overrated, bro.
All right, so I just First, for the win over the Nuggets, I just believe that, like I said, the Nuggets just had a bad game seven. I believe that Jokic still proved that, to me at least, he's the best player on the planet. Maybe Luka has something to say about that if he wins it all, but I still believe he's the best player. He still showed up game seven, but and also Jamal Murray, but literally MPJ couldn't make shots. Aaron Gordon couldn't get the same dunks and lays he had. KCP couldn't get nothing going. So, and I believe that the Timberwolves, especially Ant, just they're still young. They're still like inconsistent. I can see them having maybe a few games where they look really good, but I could also see them, having games where they look really bad. They made it to the Western Conference Finals, which I think is great for them. Moving forward. I'm hearing talks about maybe some trades they're looking to do to maybe make the team even better, but I think they had a good season, but they just ended up losing to the team with the best player, and their best player didn't live up to the hype that people were putting upon him.
No, I agree. I agree. I
I
feel like with
agree.
the Nuggets, it was just a lack of who else besides Jamal and Jokic are we gonna get something out of. Like they were up what 23 at half. You
Like they
think
were up
game
that game seven.
seven? You think in the game seven that's it? But obviously, if it wasn't Jokic or Jamal Murray scoring, literally once one of those two were out, Timberwolves always came back. So I'm looking at MPJ and Aaron Gordon like how we gonna step up from this. The Timberwolves, I gotta give them credit where credit's due. I did not expect the Timberwolves to go this far. I,
Yeah, that they beat the defending champs, bro. Like you
bro, I
got
took Phoenix over
that.
them in the first round, and I
I
took the
mean,
Nuggets over them in the second round.
yeah,
So they just keep proving me wrong. Them losing to the Mavericks is like fair. You know what I mean? I don't think they should break the team up, honestly, because even though you went out nutty against the Mavericks, you made it to the Western Conference Finals with this team. Like you literally, like I know, like we're gonna talk about how Cat didn't play well against the Mavs, but he played so good against the Suns. He's guarding KD.
yeah,
Mhm.
Second round, he guarding Jokic for most of the time because Rudy can't stick him.
Yeah,
So I
Rudy
feel like
came.
we got we gonna see the last couple games against the Mavs and say, "Oh my God, this is so terrible." But his play literally got him there. Shout out to
yeah.
Ant. Ant's becoming a top 5 player in this league. I don't know where y'all put him. We're gonna talk about that
I'm
in a
not
further
doing.
episode when we
I
do a
don't. I
ranking.
don't think we're doing.
That's seriously
I
locked to be
think
the
top
guy.
five too fast.
Top
How?
10.
How? Top 10? Can we do top 10?
Top 10 discussions,
Top
but I
10.
don't think he's a
We gonna
lock.
we no
But
we,
I
He
think
not
he's
top
a.
10.
we're
I
gonna
don't
have an
know. He's
episode
not
where
a
we
lock
just
for top 10. I don't believe that. No,
Definitely not five.
he's still
we're gonna have an
young.
episode,
He's still young. I feel like
but it don't
I don't know why we like
matter.
to do this with players. We like to put them in top
Bro,
six, and then when they,
Uh,
I don't know. I don't
bro,
know.
come on.
We gonna have another episode when we talk
I
about
don't
this.
know, Jay. I don't know,
yeah.
bro.
No, I
We
feel you, bro. But,
we
he
gonna do
definitely top
we
five.
gonna do a little re-rank. We
Lie.
definitely rank.
Me personally, Kev know this. We watching the game. Ant didn't
Yeah,
impress me. Oh, he didn't impress me. I'm not gonna
the
lie.
whole series, bro. He never scored over 28.
Bro, like
You know
it
this
just
from betting.
where he was scared to put the ball in the hoop. He just didn't have that same swagger he did in those past series. Like against the
Mm-mm.
Suns, I'm seeing him pull up for 40 against KD. Talking him trash, like let him know it. But against Luka, it's just like a lot of dribbling. Kev, you said it's a lot of dribbling. It's not really there mentally. Like I
Not
don't
high
Yeah,
shots. The shots weren't
it's
really.
it's a lot of like we also like okay. I understand we like to compare him to players, but comparing him to I feel like Kobe and MJ, he doesn't have that same type of mentality. He would have went out slinging. He would have went out shooting 25 shots a game, and I honestly think that would have won them those games. Your best player, he got open looks, solid looks. Sometimes a solid look for Ant is a good look for the team. You know what I'm trying to say? Like he needs to be taking more control, trying to actually dominate the game. I think he tried to pass too much, rely on his teammates. Be the good old teammate, which people like to glorify because he got a few assists, but it's not what we needed for that moment. And I don't know, man. He's still young. I don't have him in my top 10 yet. I think he just got some experience under his belt. I want to see what he does for the next few years. I think it's some players that we're overlooking that we're trying to put him up like over, who's accomplished more in his league.
I can't
No,
disagree
I
with
feel
that.
you. We're gonna have an episode where we rank the players though after this playoff run. So, and we're gonna discuss it more.
Are we
How
done
y'all
with
feel
Yeah.
that?
about OKC?
Uh,
The Mavs on a little run.
oh man. That was kind of shocking to see because like I thought OKC had him beat for like I wasn't even really expecting the Mavs to come all the way this far, but like with OKC, like they're obviously young and they obviously have a great core, but like I'm not going to sit here and say that they're going to be a lot for like a chip or they're going to be a lot for like a conference finals. I think they need to address a lot of things with that team, including the rotation. Sometimes like their bench isn't good at all. I'm not really a fan of their bench. I'm not a fan of Josh Giddey.
What?
I'm not.
I like
I'm
their
not.
bench.
I don't like their bench. I'm not a fan of Josh Giddey. I'm not a fan of the other Jalen Williams. Like I don't really think the other Jalen Williams is that good. Like I don't see the hype. Like and you know like OKC fans have also said how they don't really like Josh Giddey. A lot of them like Carson Wallace over Josh Giddey, which I agree with. I think Carson Wallace is actually pretty good. But the fact of the matter is, bro, like they need something. Because they already got J Dub, they already got Shea, they got Chet. I feel like they need one more person to really complete that team. I don't really know what type of player he is yet, but I feel like they missing it. I think they missing it. Like
I feel
maybe
like
what you
Are they
think?
missing like a
go
Jeremy
ahead, go ahead.
Grant?
Yes.
Jeremy.
Yeah,
I feel
they're
like
missing.
Jeremy Grant one of them players that could fit on any team.
Yeah, they
He
missing
helps
that.
any team.
They missing like
I'm not playing pedestal, bro. Jeremy
Well, just
Grant.
what you say?
No, Jeremy Grant, like I think he one of the best role players. Like he could do everything though. No,
No, I wouldn't go that far.
but
Like,
I'm like, he's not
what
empty
Jeremy
stats,
Grant? What?
empty stats, bro.
Yeah, I said he a role player. I'm not saying he's like one of those second stars type third,
Right.
but I think if you have him as your fourth best player, we talking now. I'm gonna keep it a beam.
Okay.
But to touch back on the Thunder, I believe that Shea showed me exactly what I needed to see. He was sick. I think that him averaging 30 this series, every game he put his team in a position to win the game. I mean, I think
Like
we
you were
definitely
saying
need to.
about Ant.
We
He
need,
put a
yeah.
lot of shot teams.
I think, and he was also efficient. Get into a shot, and people will say, they don't like his game. They think he's overrated. But all he does is get buckets. It's none. People. It's kind of, not Luka S, but a little Luka S is where he just gets to his spots, rises up, and gets buckets. Like it's really not much to it. It's simple, but it's effective. I think he proved this spot. He did exactly what he needed to. I think J Dub, Chet, this was great experience for them. I think that three, they can grow, see some better days. But I like, Shea. I like what I seen from Shea.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting them to go that far. I mean, this is their first year, so like when Jada was having bad games, it's like,
He
bro,
was going
this
right
is the
at it with
second year.
Luca. He was going right at it with Luca. Like
He
I
was.
heard people argue he was a better player in that series, and hey,
Nah, I wouldn't go that
I
far.
won't even,
I wouldn't say all that,
bro. He averaged 30 plus though.
I gotta give it to Lou Dort. I feel like Lou Dort guarded Luca the best out of anybody in this whole playoff series.
the
Besides
best
Terrence
they
Mann.
could. Yeah.
But like
No,
Thunder
we gonna
give him another year, I feel like they can replicate this. But then you gotta ask the question, like, what do we do with Josh Giddey? Remember they had to keep benching him because like when he was in, Mavs kept going back. So what do we do with Giddey? How do we? I don't think J Dub is a 4.
no.
I think he's at max of 3, so you can't keep playing him at the 4. You need to get a 4 in there.
But
Like
he's one of them versatile 3-4s.
Nah, he's not.
No, he's not a 4, bro.
I would probably see him better as a 2, honestly. Like I think
I would love him at the 2.
Yeah.
He could do all things. I don't know.
We talked about Jeremy Grant, but if that's too expensive, how y'all feel about Kyle Kuzma?
That's cool.
No.
I don't got an opinion on him. Man.
I can go so many ways with that. Like, first of all, trade Josh Giddey.
It's not about a skill. It's more about the fit. I would say. I feel like they could get something fit better.
You got to get out of there, bro. Gordon Hayward sucks. I'm not gonna lie. Gordon Hayward. If you're somehow watching the video, bro, you gotta retire, bro. He had 0 points in 48 minutes of playoff hoop. That's crazy, bro. they did the whole all that, bro. Like he stunk up.
Even seeing Presti said that was my mistake. I should never got him.
Like, that was crazy. Like, bro, he admitted to like messing that up. That was crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's
like,
real.
That's crazy how his first few years really landed him like another, while longer in the NBA.
Oh yeah,
Gordon Hayward made a career off them Jazz days. I ain't gonna lie, he's sticking around.
That was a decade ago. It's new times. We in the 2020s. You got. I assume he got a wife and some kids.
Bro gotta make a podcast, bro. He gotta do something now, bro.
Yeah, here for real. I ain't gonna lie. Get Gordon Hayward on man to man.
We done with Gordon Hayward.
Let's continue to talk about what happened in the conference finals. So obviously, Luka versus Ant, Kyrie versus Cat. Let's talk about why do we think that the Mavericks won in 5 in the way that they did. Jay, I actually want to hear what you want to say about this, because I know how you feel about Ant a little bit.
So I'm gonna start this off with, I don't know if it was you that text the group chat. It was like, I think it was like, how y'all feel about the series? I think it was Saki. It was like, how y'all feel about the series? This is before game 1. Troy and Kev said Wolves in 6. I'm like, I don't think that's gonna happen like that. Like, I know that's the general prediction, but I think it's gonna be a little different. I didn't really put an actual prediction in, but I'm like, yo, give me the Mavs. Like, they can somehow get something done. I ain't gonna lie. But overall, it started from game 1. Luka and Kyrie as a backcourt, they asserted their dominance offensively, and they took over the game. Like, and even in game 2 on the road, the Timberwolves, they had a sizable lead. The Dallas Mavericks came back. We had Derrick Jones Jr. making timely plays. PJ Washington hitting threes when he needed to. Lively coming off the bench. He was snapping for them. So overall, and Jake Kidd, he made good adjustments for that. He made good adjustments for that team. So I ain't gonna lie. Overall, I just think the Wolves, they didn't have the offense to match Luka and Kyrie. Them two alone. And that's another thing. Like, we're gonna get to this later in the episode with that. Just them two alone can really cause problems for a lot of teams, because you obviously saw, like, with Ant, besides him, he didn't have no secondary creator. Mike Conley, he's just a point guard. He's not really gonna get too many buckets for you. Rudy Gobert, we know what's up with him. Karl Anthony Towns, depending on the night, he can give it to you. Depending on the other night, like, he's nothing for you. So overall, I think the Mavs, and credit to their front office too, because the pieces they put around Kyrie and Luka, they prioritized them and empowered them in both sides of the floor. Because even defensively, we didn't see Ant attacking Luka, we didn't see Ant attacking Kyrie. That's what I'm saying. Like, he just had a conservative series overall. So I think the Mavs just imposed their will on both sides of the floor, and they show why they can really be competitive with Boston in the finals. But we're gonna get to that for sure.
Yeah. I feel as though, like you said, Jay, Ant was playing way too conservative. First of all, he took way too many threes. Like, I've seen way too many just untelevised threes, bro. Like, he just kept taking them, and then it's like Mike Conley can only do so much. Like, he's really there to be like the glue. Like, he's really there to be like that vet that can still give you some type of buckets, but he's also there to lead, and he's also there to like distribute. You know what I mean? To be the playmaker, to get Ant to get off to where he's going, to get Cat to really show his full offensive ability. I feel like also Cat, too many fouls, bro. My man kept fouling. It was a point where he was just straight unplayable in the fourth. You know what I mean? Naz Reid was getting more minutes over Cat. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Naz Reid, like, he's cool. I like Naz Reid a lot. He needs to develop his game for more than just offense. Like, he needs to grab a rebound or two. He needs to be some type of, because he's barely under the basket. Like, when it comes to defense, he's majority of the time sometimes he's on perimeter, like roaming around the free throw line. He needs to be, if you're going to do that, if you're going to consider yourself that versatile as a defender to where you're at the perimeter, you gotta be somewhat competent on defense, and he's not that. Like, and then Rudy Gobert, like, say what you want about Rudy Gobert, I still think Rudy Gobert is a good defender, but it's really just some series where, like, you let him switch on to Luka for the last 10 seconds of the game. Like, what are we doing with that? Like, why are you doing that? Why not just doubling them and just give up a free basket? Bro shot a 3 over Rudy Gobert, bro. Like, he was nobody. Then talk crazy to him after he hit the shot. Like, what are we doing? Like, and then having him in situations where Kyrie would catch a screen. Kyrie is so kind of unfair to guard because if you press up on Kyrie, he's going to go right past you. If you go back to Kyrie, he's going to pull up a midi. And if you try trapping, he's just going to distribute and somebody's going to be open. They left too many people open in that series. I thought the Timberwolves defense was somewhat nice because of what they did to Phoenix. You know what I'm saying? And then like how they not shut out Denver, but they made Denver uncomfortable in their own crib with that defense. You feel what I'm saying? And then it's like now we get to the Mavs, who I didn't think was better at all. I didn't think the Mavs were better than the Nuggets, to be honest with you. But like the way they was playing, they just cracked down Minnesota way much than I expected. So shout out to Mavs, man. They really like. I also feel like Jason Kidd outcoached the Timberwolves coach a little bit. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like I feel like it was a test match, and Jason Kidd was just sweeping him, and that was really it to me. To be honest with you.
Nah, for sure. I ain't gonna lie. They did their thing, and it's kind of what I expected. Not in this manner. I'm not gonna lie. I thought this series would go the distance, like at least 6 games.
Yeah, bro.
At least 6 games. So 5 games, and especially how Game 5 even went down in that manner, that was definitely crazy. But shit, we on to the NBA Finals now, bro. How we feeling? Like, what's your initial thoughts on this NBA Finals?
Bro, I don't even know, bro.
Yeah, man. I think that from what we gathered, this pick is a little easy for me. I'm going with the Mavs in 6. I do believe that people are overrating the difference between the Celtics role players and the Mavs role players, and I believe that in the top 4 there's Luka, then there's everyone else. Like I feel like there's a little gap between Luka and everyone else. I feel like he's the best player. Teams with the best players, I usually like to pick those teams to win it. I believe that the Celtics, yes, they've shown me that they can overcome certain challenges and certain obstacles, but this is the biggest stage. They still got to prove a little more to me. I believe that the Mavs are a little bit clutcher with Kyrie and Luke at the helm, and I do believe that the Mavs will win this series eventually, if not in 6 and 7, because Boston is very capable of losing a home game.
Well, before anybody go, does anybody have the Celtics? Okay. And I don't want to say this as like because obviously they should be the favorite if we're just playing the numbers.
They're definitely the favorite.
They're definitely the favorite. But me personally, and I'm not gonna lie, I can admit this is some Sixers fan bias, but I don't think they're gonna get it done. I like the Mavs a lot, and I think the Wolves series out of all the 3 series so far is what showed me the most that they can go in there and make some shit work in Boston. I'm not gonna lie. So, sure, you can elaborate for your Celtics pick. So,
right, and real quick, just like you said that, like the Timberwolves, they came with the defensive player of the year, a player who says he's the best 2-way player in the league, Jaden McDaniels, second team all defensive player, Cat, Naz Reid, both could move their feet, number 1 defense, and there's nothing they could do with Luka. I believe the same thing will happen with Boston. The way that Boston will win this series, if they can slow down Kyrie and the rest of the crew, because Luka's going to get his 39 and 8, I think is inevitable. They have to try to slow down Kyrie. They cannot let him average 27 plus, because I believe if that happens, we're going to see another in 5 and 6 kind of situation.
So to elaborate on my pick, the reason I had the Celtics is because, all right, Luka's going to get his little 30, 10, and 10. Like that's inevitable.
That's not no little 30, 10, and 10.
No, but it's real to me
because that's a big 30. That's a huge 30. To know you, the Celtics don't have a player. The Celtics do not have a player where they know they're gonna get 30 points from. The Celtics do not have something like that.
10 and 10. I'm not denying that. What I am denying though is Kyrie. I'm not even gonna hold you. I think that Boston crowd gonna get to him. Not only that, but at the same time, we've seen Kyrie be a 3rd quarter, 4th quarter player. There'll be times where he's entering the second half and he'll have like 6 points, maybe 7 points, and then he'll finish with like 26, 25. I feel like the Celtics, obviously they have Drew Holiday, obviously they have Derek White. They're going to throw one of the two on them almost every single time to keep him from getting into that upper echelon of points. Now, mind you, Kyrie is going to get his 20. That's fair. Is he going to get it every game of the series? I'm not too sure, because there was games where he didn't get 20. There was games where he barely even got 15. You feel what I'm saying? And then not only that, I feel like the Celtics just have a better all-around group. I also feel like they got the better coach. I'm not even going to hold you. Jason Kidd, he proved that he can coach in that Timberwolves series, but when it comes down to Joe Mazzulla, I feel like Joe Mazzulla going to outcoach him. I really do. And then also besides that, Kristaps is coming back. When you have Kristaps coming back, that's obviously a huge difference in their offense. That makes Gafford or Lively play up on Kristaps. That leaves more open for Tatum or Jaylen Brown. I'm gonna keep it being if Jaylen ever gets 30 in the playoff game, that shit runs. I'm not even gonna lie. Jaylen Brown getting 30 before Tatum.
I don't know that. I don't know that. Because I don't know that. I've seen Jaylen go for 30 and Tatum go for 19. I've seen it. I've seen that.
But Tatum would have 19 and 10. Tatum would have 19 and 10 if Jaylen Brown goes for 30. There'll be games where Jaylen Brown only has 15.
What did he do? 19 and 10. He probably went like 6 for 20, 6 for 8.
He'll have that, but he wins the game. He'll win the game. That's what I'm saying. They have a complete all-around group.
Not in those losses. Not in the previous series. Not just this year. I'm talking about years prior. We've seen maybe one go for 30, the other one vice versa. I don't know. What's the difference going to be this year?
Who's guaranteed them?
Huh?
Who guaranteed them?
I would, if I was doing that, I would do Derrick Jones on Tatum. I like PJ Washington's physicality on Jaylen Brown. I would do that. I feel like Tatum's still gonna set up for shots, so Derrick is gonna be cool.
I'm gonna keep it a being. I don't like leaving. I don't like that at all. I ain't even gonna lie, because even if he does lock him up, you got Derrick. You got Derrick White going for his rare 25, 30 points too. So that's kind of something you gotta look out for too. Derrick White is not no slouch. I fuck with Derrick White.
I'm sure one game Derrick will have 20.
Yeah.
I gotta go Dallas, bro. But let me tell you what, I feel like, all right, call me crazy, but Dallas has seen every defense that's supposed to lock them up. And I just watched the Celtics play the Pacers, and even though that was a sweep, why was Nembhard averaging 28? If you let Nembhard average 28 with Derek White and Drew Holiday, Luka's averaging 40. I'm be honest with you. And call me crazy, but the Mavs seen a defense similar to the Celtics, and this might sound crazy, but you got OKC.
I agree.
They just guarded Chet. I'm not saying Porzingis is better than Chet, but they just guarded a 7-foot stretch 5. They guarded someone who's crazy in the mid range that can give you 30 and Shea like Tatum. They gave you a secondary star that can give you 25 like J-Dub and Jaylen Brown. They went against the crazy defenders like Lou Dort and all the shooters like Isaiah Joe. I'm not calling OKC the Celtics, but I'm just saying they handled them a 6. And I saw Drew Holiday and Derek White get 30 apiece by Andrew Nembhard. They won the series. But
I'm gonna tell you one thing though. That OKC team, that was their first time in the playoffs. Their first time as a group in the playoffs. This is an experienced group. You have Drew Holiday, who's an experienced vet, a champion. You have Jason Tatum, who's been in the conference finals as much as I can remember. Jaylen Brown in the conference finals as much as I can remember. You have Al Horford, a vet who seems like he's been in the league for forever. You have Kristaps.
Players that Marcus Morris dropped 17.
That whole team been together for like 6-7 years. We get that. They've accomplished a lot, but we want to see them get that cherry on top. Exactly. That's all I'm really asking for. I gotta really see it. I can't put my it's been a lot of years where I thought the Celtics were the favorites.
And they going to win this series, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
The Celtics, in my opinion, are overrated defensively. We're going to talk about Drew Holiday, Derek White, but throughout this whole playoff series, I saw Miami go career high for 3. I see Marcus Morris look like Kobe Bryant. I didn't see Andrew Nembhard look like he about to get a max on this Drew Holiday, Derek White backcourt.
I seen Tyler Herro drop 24 and 14.
Bro,
what we talking about right now?
Tyler Herro really the only one taking shots for real. So what are we talking about?
And
They
that's the
hit that-
problem. He's the only one taking
they hit
shots.
like-
Why does he have 24?
bro. They hit like a franchise
Jimmy
record.
Butler and Terry Rozier wasn't playing. Who else supposed to take them shots, bro? You tell me.
Double team him in the playoffs.
Crazy. Great efficiency too. Great efficiency. So I don't
Bro,
even want to hear this.
I saw Donovan Mitchell, bro. If Donovan Mitchell was giving you 35, bro, what's Kyrie and Luka about to do to you? First of all, let me get old ass out Horford on this switch.
Donovan Mitchell though. Donovan Mitchell tough. Don't do that.
He is tough. I'm saying there's levels to this. There's Donovan Mitchell, there's Luka Doncic, bro. I
Bro,
saw Andrew Nemhart average 28 when Halliburton had like 25.
TJ was snapping too.
You got, but you hold on.
Over in the defense, bro.
You don't the Celtics, bucket for bucket with the Mavericks. You don't think so?
They could offensively.
They
I said
can.
defensively, it's not that.
So
Bro,
Like,
Luka wasn't getting hurt by Jaden.
No, but the problem is,
I don't trust them.
listen, I think that's the thing. I don't trust them. Like, okay, all the Mavs have to do, if it's a 4-point game within the last 4 minutes, who are you favoring in that situation?
I'm not gonna lie.
That's all I'm saying. If the Mavs can keep it close for the first 44 minutes, bro, the Mavs are good for that game, bro.
But I'm gonna keep it being. I gotta give it to the Celtics. Their late game execution on defense is crazy.
exactly.
That's one thing I gotta give them. When you need a stop, Drew Holiday will give you a stop. But throughout a game, he's gonna get torched for 40, bro.
You're right, but I'm this series, bro.
Luka went against Lou Dort, bro. Terrence Mann, Paul George, Lou Dort, J Dub, Jaden McDaniels, Gobert.
They all the same, though, Luka.
Crabs,
They all the
seafood
same.
oil, all that food, bro.
Man, I didn't say Luka. I told y'all Luka was going to get his. I told y'all. It's the rest of them niggas that I'm concerned about. That's all I'm saying.
And you said
It's the
Kyrie,
rest-
you gonna be scared, bro. Kyrie's the type of player. If you boo him, he's gonna drop 40 on you. If anything, for Boston to win the series, don't say nothing to Kyrie. Just let him play. If you let Kyrie play, he's gonna give you 16. The minute you start yelling at him and you say he sucked, he's gonna give you 20 in the quarter and make you look salty.
But I'm saying, I'm telling you though, we just said, because you just said Celtics can crack down defensively in the fourth quarter. From what we've been seeing, Kyrie is a second half player, bro. We can just see how that's going to happen. I ain't going to lie. I'm going to like to see that. I ain't going to lie. This is going to be a good series. This is going to be a great series, actually. I ain't even going to hold you. I'm really excited to see the series. I ain't going to hold you.
I had the Mavs. I think this is going the distance, bro. This has got to be at least 6 or 7. I don't think
Definitely
it's a 7-game series.
It's definitely-
I pray this is if we get a 7-game series, Luka versus Tatum.
I feel like this series is going to be a lot of road wins, too. Like, teams going to get on the road, bro. It's not going to be how it is usually in the playoffs where the home crowd, they let the crowd get in it.
I think the Mavs get one of the first two.
I think they get game 1.
They get game 1. They definitely get game 1.
If Porzingis plays, because that's my whole thing. How is he going to affect this series now that he hasn't played in a month, dealing with a foot injury? He's out of rhythm. He might mess the whole team's rhythm up if he's starting. So that could positively or negatively affect them for at least game 1. Maybe game 2, they can get back in their spots and all that. But at least for that one game, it's going to be a big wild card. So I think Dallas, they had a week off. A week is a lot of time in terms of preparation for a series and all that type of stuff. But compared to the Celtics, they're probably still running off fumes from that series. The way they won that game 5 in Minnesota, they can go right to Boston and they can at least keep it closer. Then we'll see from there. But it's going to be a close series for sure.
They
All I know
do.
is the home crowd's going to be popping. Dallas, they have a crazy home crowd. Y'all know how Boston get. But I promise you, Boston fans are going to ignite a fire in Kyrie Irving that they don't want to see.
So even Luka
like,
may.
Bro,
No, I agree.
they call Luka the next bird. He about to show y'all bird.
But by the end of the series, Luka and Celtics fans might have the same relationship like Trae Young and Knicks fans. You never know.
I can see that. The thing is, one thing about Boston, they have kind of like a Rockets tendency where when stuff
Boston
not
going
going
to
down,
talk.
we say. Well, when Boston,
I said
like,
Boston going to be talking. They're going to be.
But I'm talking about like the team, like when they missing shots, they're gonna keep shooting threes. They don't know how to get an easy shot. You know what I mean? Like they don't create easy offense.
Mm-hmm.
So Mavericks gonna pick and roll you to death. And I just seen Lively and Gafford catch every oop. I want to see Porzingis in their action. Al Horford over it. Well, Al Horford not guarding it.
We said the same thing about Horford not guarding Embiid. So I mean, I don't really know. Like,
I said Al Horford can clamp and beat up.
Who's
I've
in
been on
who's
that
Al Horford even guarding? You talking
That's
about
a
who's
whole different beast, bro. That's a whole different animal right
on the
there.
perimeter compared to a
Embiid is better than Lively and Gafford combined. So I don't really know like what.
They're not
Yo,
your offensive.
Wolford's not good with a lob threat, bro.
Bro,
I want to see Al Horford jump and contest those lobs because shit, if Rudy Gobert, that's already like 7-1, can't do it. I want to see that's Al Horford. That's probably the last year in his
That's
career.
what I'm saying, bro. And you gotta think the Celtics are only like 6 deep. After they started 5, bro, and Al Horford, bro, you gotta play Peyton Pritchard in the
you
finals.
can say the same thing about the Mavs. You can say the same thing about the Mavs. Yes, you can.
They got Jaden Hardy who be snapping. Daniel Gafford be snapping.
Ooh, bro, what the fuck?
Tim Hardaway. You can put Maxi Kleber at the 5 and run 5 out.
Hell no, Maxi Kleber, bro.
He was cooking the
I'm
Clippers.
tripping.
Kleber is
Right with the Clippers, bro.
Maxi Kleber 2024, bro. Come on,
He was
bro.
getting right with the Clippers.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, Troy.
Kleber 6'9", 6'10", could guard everyone.
Bro, this is the same Maxi Kleber that
Don't
gave us 6
say that. Don't say that, bro.
In game 3, he gave us 6 threes.
Yeah.
Bro, and Jason Tatum for 12 minutes, bro. How much you think Jason Tatum gonna have?
We not putting him on Tatum. He
They
might be,
put him on
He
Paul
not
George.
gonna
What
do
happened?
Bro,
he be guarding the Mavs best wings. Like when he in the game, bro, he stays spot up,
Troy,
or he gonna
Maxi
be
Kleber
guarding
had
one
a
of the
6
best
threes.
players. Like
When the Mavs played the Clippers, bro, he had 6 threes in a half.
he was getting right with the Clips, bro.
I mean, he cool. That's us though. That's gonna happen with us. This gonna happen. You know what I mean? I don't care what happened with
now
them.
it's gonna happen.
I wouldn't be surprised if this Mavs in 6.
Mm.
I didn't see Drew Holiday and Derek White wasn't
Alright.
stopping them hard.
Can we get final predictions across the board? I could start. I'll probably say Mavericks in 7. I think they get that one in TD Garden when everything on the line, season on the line for both teams. I like them to get it done. So I'm gonna go Mavs in 7. Troy, what about you?
I'm gonna go Celtics in 6, but if they bring that back to 7, I don't know because Mavericks do to get a home game and Celtics do to lose at home. So I don't know, but I like Celtics in 6. Keep it, man.
I like Mavs in 6.
Mavs in 6. Mavs in 6.
Mavs in 6.
Celtics gonna win the first game because Jason Kidd loses game 1. Then they're gonna win game 2. Game 3 they're gonna win. Celtics gonna win game 4, and Mavericks gonna win the next 2, and we going. I just told y'all the series. I saw the script. I'm reading the script right now. Adam Silver just sent it to me.
We gonna see, man.
And Luka's gonna average a triple-double.
We said this in the first round.
Anyways, we got some news in the NBA that's been going on.
Transition. It just dropped today. A big report from Shan Sharanian. He said JJ Redick is the front runner for the Lakers head coach.
No, they hired him already.
It's official.
What?
Yeah.
I thought they were still finalizing stuff out, but I mean, shit, if it's official, JJ Redick, the new Lakers head coach. How we feeling?
Hilarious franchise, bro. Hilarious franchise, bro.
What Troy said. I feel like if you just give someone who just started a podcast with LeBron on a podcast, when there's other coaches on the market like a Sam Cassell, and I don't even think Darvin Ham should have been fired. But listen, when the Lakers don't win a championship in 2 years, are you gonna fire JJ Redick and have another coach?
You know they're gonna fire him.
Like,
You know they're gonna fire him. You know what I mean? Like,
bro.
Actually, bro, how
I
you
don't
feel?
know if they're gonna fire him.
Well,
It's never
what's your team?
I feel like
I'm about to say, talk to me.
I feel like I don't believe that Darvin Ham should have been fired. I believe losing to the Nuggets twice, that's not bad. Obviously a championship team with a legendary player. I see no wrong in that. You made it to the playoffs twice. You won a in-season tournament for whatever that's worth. I feel like it's not like they had, a down year. You had LeBron and AD who made all NBA teams. I really feel like they had a solid year. And it's just, sad to see another, black coach who, got an opportunity, lose the job, only after 2 years too. So just for JJ Redick to come around because he's LeBron's new friend, it's unfair at times, but it's just, that's life, I guess.
It's corny, bro.
It's a basketball.
I don't. My thing is though, like the Lakers. The reason the Lakers are so funny to me, bro. They build these incompetent rosters, bro, and blame the coach.
Blame the coach every time.
coach, bro. Like they got
Frank Vogel.
they got mad at Vogel. They got mad at Vogel for having Pat Bev, Dennis Schroeder, Russell Westbrook, and who else was in that joint? I think it was like Taurean Prince and Bron. They got mad. Like, come on, bro.
It was a Laker lineup when it was Isaiah Thomas, Darren Collinson, Russell Westbrook, Stanley Johnson, and LeBron James.
Like, what are we doing, bro?
To be honest, us as many men be in that lineup.
Bench. Melo on his last leg coming off the bench, bro. Like they blame Darriel shooting tour nights, bro. Austin Reeves not playing a lick of D against the Nuggets, bro. Rui Hachimura, who I think is overrated, not really making any plays.
I don't think he's that at all. To be honest with you, I ain't even gonna hold you. Like,
and more Vanderbilt, bro. Like they both.
Like, Vanderbilt too, bro. Like,
I'm not gonna say the team. I'm not gonna do that. I don't think they were a bad team. I think they, like you said, we ran into a Nuggets team. I think if we run into the Timberwolves team, call me crazy.
Nah.
Call me crazy. I like the Lakers. What could they do? What they gonna do against Bron?
What they gonna do against Ant?
What they gonna do against Bron?
Also, reason
AD is gonna dominate Gobert / Cat, however you want to do that. Rui, we see all you need is kind of like someone who can move his feet, but who is a bigger size. They could stay with Cat. We see what PJ Washington did with Cat. We say that Cat had a bad series, but we need to give PJ Washington some credit. Moved his feet well, strong, got strong with him, met at the point of attack. I think he had a great series. I think he'll do the. I don't know, man. I don't know. I like the Lakers. I think Rui could do something similar to PJ, not to that degree, but no one gonna stop Jokic. Like, of course he's gonna get cooked by Jokic. Like, Jokic give anyone 30. It's kind of like Luka. He gonna give whoever 30. We can't really look at that.
I'm gonna keep it a bean. We in year 5. No reason Rui shouldn't be able to move his feet, bro. Like, I don't. You know what I mean? Like, I don't. They roster just not.
Bro, Rui can move his feet.
Okay.
Bro, he can't. Bro, we were saying he was getting cooked because he was getting cooked by Jokic, like on low. Like, what's really good to deal with that? Like, who going to do something with that? Let's be real though.
Just Jokic. You had Aaron Gordon burning LeBron on backdoor cuts. You had like it was just getting ugly for Bron out there on D. And then
that's Jokic, bro.
It was Aaron Gordon, bro.
Bro, y'all got LeBron, but the Timberwolves got Jaden McDaniels.
Yeah,
about him.
Yeah,
stop it.
Yeah,
I just seen him average 5 fouls a game. I just seen him average like 5 fouls a game. Was giving up. Kyrie with him too. Like Kyrie said, "Hold up, Luka, let me get some of him." He was getting torched out that John, bro. No matter they combined for like 30 the series.
You had
60.
You had Bron giving up legacy games to Aaron Gordon. What you think Cat gonna do, bro?
Well, y'all had MPJ looking like Klay Thompson in his prime.
Come on, y'all.
Bro, that's a whole different system, bro. We know that, bro. That's a whole different system. They getting set up.
Bears, bro.
Bro, I think Lakers beat Timberwolves, bro.
You know what? That's gonna be in the hypothetical talks all summer, bro. We're gonna see. That's a lot of Laker bias I'm hearing, but we can stay out west and talk about the Houston Rockets. They've been making some trade talks, calling around the league with their number 3 pick. And this rumor that they trying to get Mikal Bridges from Brooklyn, they trying to pry him away. So is Mikal Bridges the missing piece for them? Is he a good plug and play piece for them at the small forward position, or should they look elsewhere? Troy, I'm seeing you shake your head already. Talk to me, bro.
Troy about to say some BS.
you know how I feel.
Some BS.
You know how I feel.
Bro, he about to say some BS, right?
You know how I feel about Mikal, bro. If he just getting plugged in the team, cool. If they try to make him like a first, second option, look somewhere else. Not even gonna hold you. Look somewhere else.
He'd be the third, fourth option.
That's great for him. He can't be no first or second. We seen that.
All right. You high.
All right. That's just that.
Why he saying it like that? Why he got so much?
Bridges stock. I got Rocket stock.
That's just stink. You can't even be the first option on Brooklyn. That's just stink. Not even
bro, Brooklyn suck, bro. They got Cam Thomas on that
problem. That's the problem. You can't be a first option on a team that fucking stinks, bro. Come on, bro.
But not everyone can be a first option, though.
That's what I'm saying. If OG Anunoby a first option, that's the type of player he is.
So you telling me, right? You telling me when he went to Brooklyn, you ain't think, oh yeah, he about to snap. He about to get all these type of
I
points.
ain't think that. Yo, listen, people think that, you know, you put people in different roles, they may flourish. You got to look at what they did. He flourished in a third option role. That's his thing. Like, he's not a first option. If you compare him to other first options, he's gonna look like. If you compare him to second options, he's not that either. I feel like a third, fourth option. If you compare him to them, then he stacks up really good against some of the best, you know, 3 and D players in the league. You feel what I'm saying? That's where we should be thinking about him.
Yes, sir.
I do think that the Rockets could use him. But what does that do for that lineup? Like, how are you gonna do? Dylan Brooks, Jabari, you still got them. So you trading Brooks.
Brooks in the third for Mikal.
Okay. You gotta open that spot up at small forward.
I personally like Brooks. I don't think Mikal's not too much better than Brooks, if at all. Let's be real. I know we.
Yo, y'all said I was going to be crazy.
What? Bro, Dylan.
Bro, Dylan Brooks is like,
nah, man, y'all spicing Mikal, bro. And Dylan, I know we like to bid on him, but bro, he's actually a solid player. I know it's the bid, but like
he's like a 13. He's like a 13 or 37% three. Mikal giving you like 17 to 19, 5 assists, 5 rebounds on like, you know what I mean, 40% three.
So Brooks and Mikal on the same level.
No, I'm saying Mikal's like he's like that.
I'm asking real.
That's not too far away. Like,
if it was up to real, Alex Caruso would be like a top 10 player. Let's keep it
in. I mean, let's keep it a bean. How much better is Mikal than Caruso?
Oh, here we go.
Whoa, we can keep it moving, bro. We can keep it moving.
I feel like that'd be a great
I feel like y'all like Mikal. I don't know.
I agree with you. I like if I'm making a team, I want Caruso on my team than Mikal. That's just me.
But my point is, they're all like, it depends on what works better. I feel like a Caruso would work better than a McDaniels for this time. You feel me? You can swap and choose these 3 and D players. I feel like I think Caruso does better on somebody. Like McDaniels is getting baked out that John, bro. We can't even say that he was supposed to be a second.
I'm not putting McDaniels in no talks. I'm not even that high on him.
Caruso or
Derek I like Derek White. I like Derek White. I think Caruso and Derek White, those two are the best dudes. I think Derek White, you can put him at PG. So I wouldn't mind going Derek White right there.
Okay.
You could actually run him as he could run the offense.
Okay, I thought you were crazy. That's why I asked. I was going.
But let's not act like it's like that far though. Caruso, you know, but that's another discussion.
It kind of is.
Whole time we got another forward that could be on the move. Brandon Ingram, bro. The Pelicans, they looking to shop him, and we already got some teams in interest, the Cavs and the Sixers. So, how do y'all feel about a potential fit to one of those teams? I mean, I can start off with the Sixers. I know for sure, personally, I don't want Brandon Ingram. I don't want another forward, another player that operates in the mid range, that throws off Joel Embiid's game, who doesn't really give me anything much else. Not the greatest playmaker, not the greatest defender.
Playmaker,
hey, bro.
He not a great enough scorer for the Sixers.
What you mean?
His offense, like, you know how it's like those. You know, we have scorers in the league like Devin Booker. He scores so well from all 3 levels. It's like he doesn't have to necessarily do what the other players may need on the floor. I feel like, you know, with Brandon Ingram, his level of scoring, he can be stopped. I've seen him be stopped. I don't think he gets to the rim. He doesn't put enough pressure on the rim. So how is he, you know, I don't think he's good but not great. You know what I'm saying? I don't think the Sixers need that. And he's also a laid-back personality. And I don't think that meshes well with already Sixers, you know, kind of laid-back personalities. I don't know.
Honestly, I think I think he would compliment them on the scoring tip a lot because they got Embiid, you got Maxey, and then your third option is Brandon Ingram, bro. And y'all in the East. I don't really think that's too crazy. Like I probably wouldn't think that the Sixers should get him, but the Sixers did get him. I wouldn't be mad at it, bro.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
Like you know what I mean? Like
if y'all strike out on Paul George and Jimmy Butler,
get Brandon Ingram.
Bro, you might as well get role players at that point, bro. Like Rel said, Brandon Ingram, he doesn't score well enough for him not to give you much else on anything. On any other side of the floor, like he's just like a Kyle Kuzma to me. Kuzma, he a bucket. But is he that good? Are they that good of scorers for them not to really give you much else? Like at least Kuzma, he can give me some rebounding too. Brandon, like you said, Brandon Ingram playmaking. He's not a high level playmaker. He's not bad at playmaking. He's probably good, but he's not great.
For a third option, that he'd be pretty exceptional as a playmaker, bro.
My thing is this: if we can't go big or go home with Paul George or Jimmy Butler, bro, you got to go get role players. Like I can't say no names because the certain players I want, I can't say on here like a.
Bro, you can say, bro. You can say like. Just give one.
Bridges, Miles Bridges. That's who I want. Throw the optics out the window.
I'm not saying he bad. He's good. He's good. He's a good style player.
So you would prefer Miles Bridges over Brandon?
I think that, like I said, I do too. I believe it fits better. I'm thinking about strictly playoffs. You know, y'all can have a regular season. I can't even really imagine when I put these teams together. I'm thinking about matchups. I can see a team, you know, putting their best defender on a Maxey, but I don't think Ingram's the type of player to go get 25 while Embiid and Maxey are struggling. I don't think he's a go get 30 type of dude. I don't see that. I feel like he's him and maybe like a Beal. You know, they're kind of same level. I might take Beal too. That's just me, but they're kind of same level. Like in terms of
like, come on, man. Come on, man.
I like Ingram over Beal. I don't like that.
That's same level though, like scores, but may not bring a lot of exceptional other skills. They're same boat for sure.
We're gonna see. Brandon Ingram gonna change your mind. I promise.
I'm saying. Yeah, honestly though, what do y'all think would be like a more realistic trade for the Pelicans in terms of getting off Brandon Ingram?
I would want Darius Garland in return. Since he don't want to be on Cleveland no more. We have a pick. I feel like a Darius Garland Zion pick and roll crazy. Not a lot of people stopping that.
I was hearing some BI for DeJounte Murray as well. I don't really know how that would go either.
That's not bad too.
I'm talking about like as far as like BI like on the Hawks. Like I don't really know what that does for the Hawks.
Trae Young, BI in the first pick. You can start something with that Jalen Johnson over there.
That's not terrible.
They got options.
They definitely got options. They definitely.
And then with the Cavs, it's like the Cavs low-key trying to move on from both of them. They like it's some reports saying they either want one or the other between D-Mitch and Garland, and it's another report they might fuck around and get rid of both. So I don't really know what they do.
I try to keep both. If I have to lose one, I'm losing Garland. I'd rather keep Donovan Mitchell. He showed that in the playoffs, if you just build the right team around him, y'all can go at least second round. There's Garland. He had a bad year because he had the jaw injury.
Yeah, and then you put Garland on the Pelicans. That's Trey Murphy, Herb Jones, Zion. I'm pretty sure they move away from Jonas in the offseason and they probably get somebody else. But that's a good spot.
Big wings.
Yeah.
No, for sure. There's a lot of movement that can go on, but we're gonna switch it up. Recently, the NBA came out with their all NBA teams. We're gonna start from the third team to the first. So, third team was Devin Booker, Steph Curry, Tyrese Halliburton, LeBron James, and Domantas Sabonis. Second team was Jalen Brunson, Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant, Anthony Edwards, and Kawhi Leonard. And first team was SGA, Tatum, Luka Doncic, and Giannis, and Jokic too. So, how do we feel about those teams overall? Like, is anybody?
I'm gonna be the first to say it. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. I think Jaylen Brown should have made a team. I think him being on a 64 win team, averaging 24, 4-4 on great efficiency. I think that merits at least. I would have put him second team, but at least third team. Like, I don't think LeBron had a better year than him, and I
You
don't
you
think
They gonna
that.
give it to Bron because it's Bron.
said
Huh?
second team
They gonna
I
give
would
it
have
to
put him
Bron.
second team.
over who though?
I think you Kawhi, KD. I think he played as well. I will say as like some of these other wings, especially
Mm.
What you
considering
think
his team was
over
so much
Sabonis?
better. Considering his team was so much better than everyone else, I don't think you can take out a big,
No,
but
you can take out big.
I think it had it been like a wing.
I
It's
think
positional.
I would still
Oh,
put Sabonis
yeah,
in
he
there.
definitely been.
I think
Halliburton.
Sabonis. Yeah,
I just think Jalen Brown should have made a team.
probably Halliburton if anybody. To be honest with you, but I feel like they got it right, especially first team. They got that joint right. Like first team was perfect. Second team, I like second team as well. Third team, I ain't really having an opinion on it, but from what I saw, I feel like they got it all right this year. I'm not even gonna lose.
Steph could have missed it.
He definitely could have missed it. Now I think about it,
I would put Jalen Brown over Steph.
he definitely could have missed that, man. Like I ain't about to play with. So all in all, y'all think that was a good list, though? What y'all
Yeah.
think? Okay,
No, I'm not
Pretty
gonna lie.
solid
I
stuff.
like the list.
okay.
Considering the
So
players who miss time and things of that nature, I think is
I,
a pretty
I think
solid list.
Halliburton just made it because he played 20 minutes, over 20 minutes on a couple games. So
yeah.
Mhm.
well,
So
let's switch it to the WNBA. I feel like WNBA been heating up, y'all. Well, how you feeling? Begin the pod. You was trying to tell them tap in. You gave
Yeah,
them a
man. I
preview.
think the season's going great right now. We got a lot of surprises going on, a lot of disappointing starts. I think it's a lot of everything. Teams still shining like the Aces, the Liberties. Our super teams. They still look really, really good. The Connecticut Suns still undefeated. We know they're gonna compete. The Fever, and the Chicago Sky. They're both, just figuring themselves out. Angel Reese's team and Caitlin Clark. They're all young. I believe they are doing pretty solid work though, but it just need more time to develop. I
No, for
think it's
sure.
all gonna
It's
come
a
together though
reason.
for both Caitlin
It's a
Clark and
reason why
Angel
they had.
Reese's team.
It's a reason why they had high draft picks. They weren't that good. I mean, it's gonna take time to gel. They only had like what, a week of training camp. So
Yeah,
like,
a couple
Mm-hmm.
weeks.
Something short.
but no. How y'all feel about the like all the like? I feel like the WNBA is getting the wrong type of publicity right now. It's not much about the game; it's more
Mm.
about like the credit that people be getting. Angel Reese the other day, she talked about how the WNBA's popularity is not just Caitlin Clark. She says people come to see me too, saying like basically trying to say that Caitlin Clark been getting a lot of shine. How y'all feel about that?
I feel like she's right. Like she's absolutely right. I mean, it's like
Um,
it's like I feel like yes, like the WNBA did get some fandom from Caitlin Clark, but they also got some fandom from Angel Reese as well. Last year we was talking all about Angel Reese. How she's kind of like taking over as far as like the media, as far as like the popularity goes. Like she could have been a draft pick right then and there. You know what I'm saying? But then also Angel Reese went on to say that she didn't really care to go in the WNBA because she was getting a lot of love from the media, getting a lot of deals and stuff like that. She didn't really need WNBA. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of like when you kind of like go back. Yeah, it kind of goes hand in hand with that.
I
But
kind of think that. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
well, I was just going to say like, even though the WNBA is getting like the wrong type of popularity, I'm on the fence that at least it's somewhat popularity. People are still going to tune in either way. I do wish it was a little more positive. Like I wish we did shine more light on Asia Wilson and how she's absolutely hooping. Like I wish we shine more light on that. I wish we shine more light on Cameron Brink, who I feel like is like the best rookie so far, at least to me. I feel like Cameron Brink is absolutely killing it. And I feel like they take a lot of things like out of hand, like with the whole like Caitlin Clark getting quote unquote pressed or bullied. Like if you've been watching even with the NBA, rookies get pressed all the time. Rookies get pressed. That's just what it is. It's not just because
Look at Lonzo Ball first game against Pat Bev.
I was going to say that, like, you know what I mean? Like rookies are going to get pressed. It happens just because Caitlin Clark is on like more like I'm just because Caitlin Clark has more like notoriety as far as that rookie class goes, doesn't mean that she shouldn't like somebody shouldn't get in her head a little bit. That's what the game is. That's basketball.
Also,
That's
bro, you gotta think Wemby came in and Kai Jones dunked on him. Everybody was hyped because it
yeah,
was Wemby and Summer League. You know what I mean? B gave him 70
yeah.
because it's Wemby. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, they gave Caitlin Clark this golden goose type personality, bro. I feel like everybody in the W is eating, bro. You
Mm-hmm.
can't get mad at her for shining, bro. If anything, when you play against her, just play good. Now people gonna tune in and be like, "Oh, who is this lady? Who is this girl?" I'm trying to find out more about her. You know what I mean? Like we can talk about it. She's like the MJ of the W right now, but we're not just coming to see her. She's
Mm-hmm.
opened the door for
Yeah.
us to watch
Yeah.
everyone else.
No, for sure. But I ain't gonna lie though, I ain't really like Angel Reese's comments though. I mean, at least for the most part, like until the end of the comments, when she said, "Oh yeah, like they're watching me too," it's like, bro, you're not the only other good player in the league. Like we got like players like Angel
It's all
Wilson out
about
here,
me, right?
right?
Yeah.
Dropping consistent 20 and 30 balls. That
She can't.
she's not even getting talked about. The Aces are hooping right
That's what
now.
I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
Even her draft class, Cameron Brink, she's been solid so far. Her and Rakia. So they like I feel like Angel, the most like most of the talk around you has been like controversial talk or negative popularity. It was a little too self-centered. And personally, my opinion, I think like she had some deep-rooted jealousy for Caitlyn dating back to their days in college from last year. But I don't know. It's translating to the league, and like you said, like I'm glad we're getting some eyes on the league, but this is not really the way I envisioned it. And we gotta
I,
cut this toxicity out, bro. Because I'm just
I
trying to
feel
talk.
like, yeah, I feel like she probably could have just worded it better. Like I feel like like people kind of knew what she meant, but they were trying to like run it off. Like I'm Jay. I'm not saying you was like running it off as like
I
you know what
feel
I'm
you.
saying, but you know what I mean. Like I feel like some people did kind of like misinterpret what she said, even though like her words kind of did seem a little self-centered. I saw it as more like they're watching me too as like not like she wasn't literally talking about like her in general. It's like they're watching other people as well. But I can see why
yeah.
people would say that. But you know, it is what it
I
is.
mean, I see it both ways because it's like
I
shit,
believe.
the players on the sky, their actions are backing it up. Like
Mm.
Kennedy Carter, like what she did, that little bump. I don't know. That's a whole nother topic to be honest. But yeah,
That was
it's
a
a
little
lot.
bump. Yeah.
Shit,
I
well, it was
don't
more
know.
than a
I
little bump.
believe that. Nah, I believe that the whole injury race thing. I definitely think it was a little self-centered. I feel like a few things can go without a few things we know without being said. We know her impact. We know what she's done to help the league grow. Like she's doing plenty of things off the court as well. The Met Gala. People are noticing her from that. Like, okay, I seen that girl in the cover of this magazine, or I'm seeing her on
Yeah.
social media. She's also becoming a social media presence. So I feel like some things we already know, but I do feel that Caitlin Clark is and should be talked about the most. I feel like she should be at the forefront. She is the leader, and she's not even. She's the way she is. She's very humble. She doesn't try to take all the credit. She doesn't try to talk about herself too much. She's usually team oriented. She's worried about winning, worrying about improving herself as a player. So I believe she's going about it a little better than Angel, but I do think that Caitlyn is getting the love and credit that she does deserve. Like, and there's definitely a target on her back, like y'all were saying. Like, I don't know, players are doing a little more. It does seem like, but it is basketball. Rookies are
That's what
going
I'm
to get
saying.
targeted.
It's basketball, and like I'm not gonna lie for Caitlyn, she got kind of like, bro. I understand you're getting hit, but bro, stand up for yourself. You know what I mean? Let them know like you're not a punk. Like, drop 30 on them. Talk crazy. You know what I mean, bro? I'm not gonna lie. This is what the NBA, the WNBA needed, bro. We needed storylines. Now, next time
Mhm.
Caitlyn and Carter go against each other, we're gonna be like, oh my God, what's going on next? Like, what's gonna happen next game,
And
bro?
the
We
Fever beat the Sky that game, so that's probably another
exactly.
reason why Angel was a little mad as well. Lord, get back.
So I just feel like this is all good for the W. But one thing I want to say, let's go back to the good product. Like I said, Adrian Wilson's balling. The Sun's balling. Let's talk about the product of the game and not so much of the antics. I feel like the WNBA went too much antics and less about the games. And is it me or I hate the scheduling?
No, the scheduling
Why?
is so packed, bro. Because the commissioner, it's so many games like in such a few time. I feel like that's what it is. And I don't know if you know the Commissioner Cup coming up. It's kind of like an in-season tournament. They're about to do this. Basically, the highest seed go against the first seed. They're gonna do a little tournament throughout the teams. Come out with a winner. The Liberty end up winning last year, but obviously that didn't matter. The Aces end up winning the finals. So this is like a little in-season tournament. Kev, who you think is the best team so far? Like, who you think's producing for you?
Bro, I like the Aces, bro. Asia Wilson going on an MVP campaign right now. I know the Suns going. I know they're 8-0,
Yeah, they might
but bro,
three-peat.
the level of
They
dominance, bro.
don't
They
got
coming in every game, bro. I watched the game when they played the Fever, bro. It was no chance, bro. They
nah,
they guard they guarding
bro.
Caitlin Clark 94 feet. Asia Wilson in the post
Age,
dominant.
you got to think they don't even got one of their three head guards at the point guard with Chelsea Gray. With
I
Kelsey
heard
Plum,
she
Jackie
didn't
Young,
play.
and A'ja Wilson, they might even be able to win a championship just with this roster. We seen them do it last year, Game 4. They didn't need her when she hurt her foot. I think this team alone, A'ja Wilson's so dominant, they could win it. I do think they're gonna need Chelsea Gray, but this team, if they stay together for at least another 3 years, I could see them becoming another,
Facts.
Minnesota Lynx, or Rockets. I mean not Rockets. The Comets, both having 4 championships. They could get to 4. They could get to 4.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna
I
lie.
mean,
Imagine what happened if they would have got another year or two out of Kansas though. That would have been crazy too. That was a crazy. That was like a
Mm.
a low a low key loss before the season because she retired right before the season started too. So if they would have had her like maybe
Hmm.
off the bench, like the age in the lineup, they would have been going crazy, even crazier.
No, for sure. Let's talk about they're gonna get a new team, new expansion team in Toronto.
For
Let's
sure.
applaud to
Sure.
that. Finally getting some
yo,
new
I'm
team.
not gonna lie. I really
Finally
like that because
expanding.
the Canadian viewers needed that. Now all they need
Mm,
is who y'all feel like gonna be like the teams come next season, right?
Yeah, the Golden State
I
Valkyries. Yeah,
believe
that's.
so.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Until they
You know
bring
when
us
the
those,
Raptors came into
on
the
that,
league and Vince Carter turned Toronto on his head, who y'all think gonna be the Toronto the WNBA's equivalent of that?
it depends what they get. Honestly,
Yeah, I mean, if they if
Hmm.
they if
Yeah.
they tank and get Juju, then hey,
that's another couple of years, but they are coming to
But
tank.
yeah,
Juju not coming for a minute. But
like that's
what if they get
perfect.
like Paige?
I'm
It's
That's what I
worth
was gonna say.
If they
If they get Paige,
it. Do that.
do
Do
that.
that.
Toronto,
Paige with some solid vets, okay, we talking.
Toronto, Golden State, or Indiana. I want to see Paige, bro. Only those few teams.
That
yeah.
makes sense. That makes sense.
They need more.
Moving right along.
Who y'all gonna be the
But
next get a team though? Like what y'all think? Like who y'all think should be next though?
Phil, I keep
man, we
saying,
need
bro,
one in
bring a team to
Philly,
Philly,
bro. Philly, bro.
bro.
We need a team down here.
Call them the 67ers or something, bro. Bring a
Right.
name.
I would be at a few games, bro. What they gonna have? I know that Kalen Clark coming to Philly games is gonna be selling out. Yo, speaking of that, y'all been seeing like Kalen Clark. Some of the games they can't even play at their WNBA arena. They're getting moved to the NBA arena because of so many fans buying tickets to these games. Like they're literally moving where it's
Which is
getting played.
insane.
So that's another thing that shows what she's doing for the league and the impact she's
That's why
having.
you literally have to give her credit, bro.
Yeah.
No, for
Like, you
sure.
can't
But
ignore
to
you
move,
can't ignore the attention she's bringing.
No, for sure. I mean, I'm gonna say
hmm
so. What's your overall thoughts on this season? Like, I got any more thoughts on this season for the W so far? It's been a good start. Like, besides all the
Watch more
controversy.
games.
Yeah. Definitely
yeah,
been a
man.
great.
Hope everyone just stay tuned. Everyone keep on watching, keep talking about it. I love to see people talking about it. Can't wait till in a few years I'm having these, real good discussions about women hoops. It's starting now, but I feel like in a few years when everyone learn all the players and the faces is really gonna be a good time.
No, for
No, for
sure.
sure, for sure. Y'all got any closing thoughts?
So
Oh, just watch more
who been y'all favorite players so far for the W though?
I'm
Just
going
just
with my girl
overall,
Lexi
any
Brown.
overall.
She going for that MIP. She was
Who you
snapping
say?
shots. I said Lexi Brown. She in the starting role for the Sparks now.
Okay.
For
Nah.
MIP.
She been hooping. I've been having to watch her because she been talking about Caitlin a little bit on. You know what I'm saying she been hooping. The Sparks. I mean, the Sparks can be solid, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
You're right. I
If
like
Cameron
Brink
Brink
too.
develop
Bro, she
a
a defensive
three,
monster.
like a crazy three, they gonna be nice. Cause she a defensive monster, like you said. She kind of the Brianna Stewart, Asia Wilson, 6'4", can move their feet, guard bigs. She could do it all. I like Cameron Brink a lot.
Yeah, I like Cameron Brink, but you know who I like? You know who
Wait,
I
real quick. No, on the Sparks, what's that one John name that start, Kev? I don't like her starting.
The point guard?
Clarendon.
I
I think that's the point guard. I think they need to do. They got better options on the bench. I think they need to start Rakia Jackson. She should have been starting. Her, Lexi Brown, Cameron Brink. That's a lineup right there.
They got the joint Aaron McDonald.
They got a team. They got potential.
He's a shooter.
I was just going to say my favorite player though. She played for the Wings. Her name Arike
Agumba Waller.
Well, yo, I ain't gonna lie. Her bag crazy. I really got like, bro. Y'all gotta peep her bag.
I know why you like this story. We're not gonna talk about this.
Her bag crazy. What you say?
Nothing. Her bag is crazy, bro.
Go over there.
She played for the Wings, right?
I thought
Yeah, she
played for the Wings. Yeah, she's on the Nas's podcast. I was watching her talk. Yeah, tap into that.
The nasty though, the nasty. I'm cool. Cool.
The analysis.
I might skip on that listen. I ain't gonna lie. But no, so y'all got anything about the finals or anything else coming up?
We have a lot.
Closing thoughts for the pod.
Oh yeah, man. Just stay tuned. We got a lot of new content coming for y'all, man. We're gonna start having these episodes every day, every week. At least one for y'all. More YouTube, TikTok content. Make sure y'all following us, man to man. Twitter as well. We'll be tweeting throughout these fights, the boxing matches. We got some great ones that's happened this past month. Obviously, this basketball season is going fantastically. WNBA, so just be on the lookout for us, man. Make sure y'all tell y'all friends to follow too.
Yeah, sure.
Share everything out. We about to be on all platforms crazy this summer, bro.
I'm saying link tree in the bio, everything. Make sure y'all tap in.
Yes, sir.
Sure. That's gonna do it for today.
We out.
All right.
Peace.